Okay. Okay. What's good with you, guys? Huh? I was just saying with the price on them cement floors.
$325.
Huh?
$325.
325?
Yeah.
Oh, you wild. I like it. Not 325. Appreciate you.
Good, no problem.
Yo. So I'm gonna say this, right? I'm getting tired of these secondary sneaker dealers, right? We had these same sneaks for $100 back in the day. And these motherfuckers want to charge $300, $400, $500 for some shit that we had that we bought for 100, 120, 140, and some shit that costs 200 right now. These niggas out there fucking up, yo. But back to boxing real fast. The 154 division, really, really popular division. You got Xander Zayas, first title shot against Jorge Garcia coming off of his best win. Really, really intriguing matchup. Because if we're going to keep it a bean, Xander really hasn't wowed. He really hasn't been wowing people with his performances. Right? He's been winning, but not looking exceptional while doing it. And, you know, it begs the question, like, has Xander reached his ceiling? I don't know. But, like, the guy is capable of being outboxed. Like, Jorge is capable of being outboxed thoroughly. But the thing is, can Xander avoid getting into a fight? Can Xander avoid getting into the trenches with Jorge? Because if he gets in the trenches, that's a fight that Xander's going to lose. And this has a lot of ramifications on that whole division because now you got guys like Virgil looking for a title shot. You got Boots moving up. We don't know what's going on with Crawford in the WBA. Tim Tszyu loses Thurman's back. And Fundora is looking like a monster. Got more questions than answers about the WBA. More questions than answers. What y'all think? Who y'all got? Xander, Jorge? And we could talk about anything on here. We ain't just gotta talk about that topic. I'm in the mall with it today. I'm spending that good Google money all because of y'all. I appreciate y'all so much. Fucking love my fans, man. So Xander should. Like this is one of those times that we expect him to look impressive. We want him to win, but we expect him to look impressive. Everybody has different standards for different guys. Xander's kind of been skating by a little bit. Nobody really hasn't criticized him. Like Virgil gets criticism. Fundora gets criticism. Conwell gets criticism. Xander really hasn't gotten any. Xander really hasn't faced an elite level fighter yet. Or a guy that we consider even to be a B-level fighter. He hasn't faced him yet. And so where Xander's kind of floating by, Virgil goes up against Sergey Boyachuk. goes up against Madrid Ramos and faces resistance in both fights. He arguably lost the boy struck fight. And so you hear dudes saying Virgil ain't it, Virgil ain't this, Virgil ain't that. But the thing is, Virgil has stepped up in competition. I don't necessarily see this as a step up in competition because I don't think Jorge is a good fighter. Jorge is solid and Jorge is going to provide resistance, but I can't really classify him as good. You said if Xander, styles make fights though. And for me, I never really thought that Conwell was this a great fighter, a great prospect. Conwell's a tough, sturdy dude, but I never really classified him as that. Shit, I gotta get the sun. Ain't got a spot with shade on it. You call me Aljamain Sterling? Wow. I look nothing like Aljamain Sterling, but okay. Nothing. But then we got Claressa shows this weekend. I know who Aljamain Sterling is. I don't look like Aljamain Sterling, bro. I don't. Talking about the Funk Master. Salute to Indonesia. Who do I think can beat Boots? Who has the ability to beat Boots? All right, so I think that Boots is going to wipe out the entire 154 division. But if I had to name a couple of guys who had the capabilities of beating him, obviously first one is Sebastian Fundora. Second one is Jamel Charlo. There are guys that have the capabilities of beating Boots. I think he beats him. I think he stops Fundora. I don't think he stops Mel. But they have the capability of beating him. Jamel and Fundora is tough fights for anybody, yo. They're tough fights, man. We got Indonesian in the building. Salute Indonesia. You know how much a loser you gotta be to hop on somebody's live and put racial shit? Like, your life has no motion. Zero. Like, you're a whole fucking weenie. See, a tech, here's the thing. Fundora leaves himself open on the inside. He's never faced a dude as athletic as Boots. A guy that can get in and out and swim without getting wet. He's faced guys that'll be available. Your Cordell Bookers, your Tim Zoos, guys that'll be right there. And what I'm saying is, I think Boots shifts on the inside, tears his body up, and then comes with something over the top and gets him out of there. Now, do I think that it's going to be easy? No, but I think it happens. GH, what up? JR was good. Think about it. Think about the guys that Fundora face. A lot of them aren't using movement. A lot of them aren't using angles on the inside. A lot of them aren't quick, shifty fighters. Now, you talking about Boots getting low, shifting on the inside, hitting the body, shifting on another angle, hitting the body, and then getting out, rolling under the shots. Yeah, he's 1862. He's a hard fight. He's a hard fight for anybody. I don't give a fuck who you like, what your skill set is. He's a hard fight for anybody. It's not going to be easy. But I think if there's anybody that has the capability of doing this, Boots. You've already seen him get knocked out by Brian Mendoza, who really isn't a crazy puncher. And a guy that's 6'6" don't necessarily fight 6'6". Yeah, Jamonte Clark is a tall fighter. And that's why I think that as he goes up into the higher weights, you're going to start to see guys exposed more and more. I'm not sure if Keith can beat him. I think if Keith still has his legs, he got a chance, but I'm not sure. Keith was already offered that fight. Like, everybody keeps saying tune up, the online rumors, tune up, tune up. The names that I was told, ain't none of them dudes tune-ups. None of them guys I would consider tune-ups, yo. You wouldn't consider them tune-ups. Hey, JR, the multi-fight announcement is a dead giveaway. And like Jay, you know what's coming, I know what's coming. But that's a dead giveaway. I'm gonna give everybody an insight into boxing. Every time there's a big fight on the horizon, and then you see a guy re-up, that lets you know that that fight is done. You feel me? Right? That's a dead sign that a big fight is done. When you see a guy, multi-fight deal out of nowhere. 99 times out of 100, a big fight was just made. Because no promoter goes into if a guy's on like his last fight, no promoter goes into that big fight without wanting him to re-up. Most promoters use big fights to make fighters re-up. No, Josh Kelly wasn't a name that I heard, yo. Yeah, Josh Kelly definitely wasn't a name that I heard. Dead giveaway, JR. And I'm talking about from being on the outside looking at it, not getting real-time information from said fighter. From the outside looking in, this would be a dead giveaway. I like Josh. Josh, just like that name That name was never mentioned. My man Dankfather said, hopefully Virgil and Bachram's on the deal. I would tell you that it's highly, 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 highly likely that Virgil's going to be in the first part of 2026. I would say the latest you'll probably see him and Virgil is May. Virgil wants it, Boots wants it, Eddie wants it. Seems like Oscar may want it. Who knows? But yeah. Ryan, what up? Hey Ron, you going to the Hanover card? JR, you going to the Hanover card? Or you going to New York? Boxing Nerd, what up? We in the mall with it today. I believe Lubin can beat Bachram. Definitely can win that fight. It depends. He did really good with Joshua. Did a good job with Joshua. You should see an announcement within the next week or so. No, he getting the fight next. Yeah. Lubin's next, so that's good. I want to see that fight. I think that Lubin can beat Bachram. I also think that Bachram can beat Lubin. We got to see it. Oh, you in Detroit with it? Okay. I like Lubin versus Boots. I like Lubin versus Bachram. Well, I like Boots versus Bachram. I like Jesus Ramos. I think Jesus Ramos is the goods. I think y'all missing the obvious play, and it's because y'all listening to everybody else except for using your eyes. Y'all been watching boxing for a long time. Y'all should be able to see this play. It's so fucking obvious, y'all. It's so obvious. And then when it gets announced, y'all gonna be like, oh man, because y'all being the same ones that, oh, he ducking and he need tune-ups and he's scared and he's this and he's that and he don't want to fight dead. He don't want to fight. When you see the obvious play, you're gonna be mad at yourself. Because I feel like boxing fans do this with everybody. Like JR, you like, it's like nobody's asking the right questions. Nobody's asking the right questions. Hey J-Way, if you're not going to compete in a division no more, why would you accept fights in that division? See, the thing is, the narrative beforehand was he's scared of 154. He wants to be the bigger man and he wants to fight a bunch of 140s. Only for when he decides to move to 54 for dudes to switch and then say, oh, he's turning down all the big names. The reality is those guys you consider big names, mind you, they're big names as far as what they did at 35 and 140. Those are not competitive fights for boots. They just aren't. Weight classes matter. Those aren't big, like you don't, in your right mind, you're not going to favor Teofimo Lopez and Devin Haney against Butch. Y'all had just got finished saying that Devin Haney was damaged goods. Y'all just got finished saying that Devin was chinny. And so you want to put him in there with hard punching, just as skilled, bigger, natural 147, not even natural 154 pound. Does that make sense? Boyachuk turned down the fight. I guarantee you, y'all wouldn't consider Boyachuk a tune-up. Y'all would consider that a good fight, a good opponent. Madrimov was hurt. When did he get put on the shelf by PBC? You just talking. Yeah, they not saying Boyachuk's a duck. And I wouldn't be saying Boyachuk. They pick and choose who they label the duck moniker. Stilo, what's good? Respect the Dev, big Devin Haney guy. I don't want to see Devin boots. I don't want to see Devin. I don't want to see boots and Teo. Those ain't fights that I want to see. Those are massacres. Respectfully. Dev is a big 35 that had really, really good boxing skill that really wasn't considered a puncher. But somehow you want to see him fight a dude that's just as skilled, if not more skilled, and is a puncher and is a naturally bigger man. The IBF champ at 54 is right there. The IBF champion at 54 is facing Erickson Lubin. How about you learn boxing and keep up with boxing before you get on here talking shit? Who do I see beating Usyk? Styles make fights in the heavyweight division. Right now, I don't know. Unless Usyk slows down, I think Usyk has a good chance of retiring undefeated. And I think Haney's the goods. I'm a big Devin Haney guy, but it's certain fights I just don't want to see. That's like me saying, yeah, man, oh man, yeah, Boots will beat David Benavidez. No, he won't. Size matters. It matters. That's how you feel, BM? You think We'll see. We'll see. That's all I can say. We'll see. Hey, JR, we'll see. I don't know, man. I don't know. We'll see. That's a good fight, though. I don't think people would consider that fight a tune-up, but we'll see. Butcher, what up? Why do I think that Dev took the Brian Norman fight? I think that Dev thinks he can beat Brian Norman. I think Dev has a good chance to beat Brian Norman. I think that Brian Norman has a good chance of beating Dev. That's a 50-50 fight, a great fight. All the champions are tied up. To me, if it is Jesus Ramos, I mean, Jesus is available. If it is a Jesus Ramos, if PBC decided to go that route, I think that Jesus is a tougher fight than Virgil. I've always thought that Jesus was a better fighter than Virgil. I've always thought that Jesus would beat Virgil. I am a Jesus Ramos fan. I am very high on Jesus Ramos. I think he's one of the toughest fights in the division. And so if that fight were to get made, I would be very, very happy. Well, we got to see. We don't know. Favorite Roach Jr. versus Russell Jr. I think at this point in his career and age, yes. Gary's a live dog in any fight, but yeah. Mac, what up? Somebody asked me about Canelo and Crawford. I think that's a 50-50 fight. I have no idea who's going to win that fight. No idea. That fight can go either way. Boots and Tellez would have been a really, really good fight. Tellez is fighting on August 23rd. A lot of guys aren't available. And this was like, as far as like making fights, this was a bad time for Boots to move up as far as making fights goes because a lot of guys are either hurt, occupied. We don't know who Boots' opponent's going to be. That's the name of the game, man. Is Thurman available? That's the question I got. Available. Available. Was Keith offered that fight? Gotta ask Keith, man. Gotta ask Keith. Keith, and I'm a Keith guy. JR tell you, I'm a Keith guy. Dudes can do all the interviews they want, man. Do you answer the call when it's presented? You can do a wrestling promo, but do you really want that smoke? Bro, I don't know who it's going to be. I don't. I would not lie to y'all, right? I would not withhold information from y'all. When it comes to the announcement, he'll be the one that makes the announcement. Keith asking for Superman money out these streets. Like, yo, I hope Boots start talking. Because the same guys that's doing 100 interviews and 100 promos is the same dudes that literally be asking. They be asking for money like they fighting Canelo Alvarez. Yeah. Hold on 1 second. Oh, shit. Pound for pound top 10. 1, Alexander Usyk. 2, Terrence Crawford. 3, Naoya Inoue. 4, Dimitri Bivol. 5, Canelo Alvarez. 6, Bam. 7, Artur Beterbiev. 8. 8, 9, Shakur Stevenson, Javante Davis, whichever one.
Oh, sorry.
10, I think, Junto Nakatani. I fluctuate with Terrence Crawford and Usyk based on whoever fights last. So if Crawford beats Canelo, he's my pound for pound number 1. I go back and forth with them. Usyk's coming off of a better performance against Dubois than Crawford had against Madrimov, so that's why I put Usyk ahead of Crawford right now. Yeah, my list is fluid. It literally goes back and forth. I mean, AJ, I would either fight. I mean, if you're asking me my wish list, right? If you're asking me my wish list for a boost jump to 154, I wanted Boyachuk first, Virgil second, Bachram third, Fundora fourth, Xander fifth, and if Charlo's back, you could throw Charlo in there and Thurman in there. But yeah, those would be the guys that I would have wanted in order. I want to get the Virgil fight out the way so y'all can stop talking shit. Yeah, Fundora fourth. Is Devin fighting at 154 pounds, Kai? According to Norman's dad, Norman's going to move up to 54. Probably by like 2027, so then you get a fight. Oh, right now I don't have Dev on my pound for pound right now. No. Pound for pound is a fluid list of what you did lately. And so, I mean, shit, I think Def's one of the best fighters in the world, but my list is fluid, and whereas though it goes up and down. Hey y'all, I'm about to dip off real fast, man. I appreciate y'all for killing time with me. Make sure y'all subscribe, hit the like button. I'm out.